Hello everyone, we will be starting with the topic of unit vectors for today. As the name suggests, unit vector. Unit means 1. So basically it has got a magnitude of 1, exactly 1, and since it is a vector, so it must have a direction as well. So basically unit vectors, its sole purpose is to point and to specify a given direction. So we will be understanding it in detail in this way. Like suppose if I tell that I have drawn a force, this is my force to be 5 newtons, and I have specified it that 5 newton I am acting it towards the east direction. And if I say that okay fine, I need to know what is the unit vector. So what I do, I just break it into 5 individual parts. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and each small fragments, each small separated part, if I redraw it, it will give back the same big vector. So this individual small vectors over here, which is which I have drawn over here, this is nothing but 1 newton each, and it has got certain direction. So if I say that okay fine, my unit vector, if I write it in this way, the unit vectors are represented in this way. You write the vector's name and you put this symbol. So this is read as f cap or f hat. So this is nothing but 1 newton. So each small vectors, so this can be written as 1 newton and the direction is given. As the name suggests, unit vector, it has a magnitude of 1 and it has a direction. So what I can do is that again I can write it in this way. Like suppose if I have written my force to be 5 newtons, so I can write it in 5 into 1 newton towards east. So basically my 5, this is nothing but magnitude, all the numbers are magnitude, and this magnitude is of the particular vector. Over here the vector is the force vector. So we can write the magnitude of any given vector enclosing in this particular way, and this 1 newton east, since this is a unit vector, I can represent it by writing as f hat. So this is nothing but the expression which we all wanted. So if I need to calculate my unit vector out of it, so I can write my unit vector, that is f cap or f hat, to be the given vector divided by its magnitude. So in this way you will be calculating the unit vector of any given vector, be it velocity, be it acceleration. So this was all about unit vectors. Next we shall investigate certain things. We have universal unit vectors. So what are universal unit vectors? Basically, we know that x, y, z, the axis, they are the Cartesian system. So we can, if I take a 2D representation in this way, or let's say if I make a third axis, so this is my x axis, this is my y, and this is my z. And if I say that okay fine, I need to know the unit vector in x direction, so I say that the unit vector in my x direction to be I cap or I hat, in y direction that would be j cap, and in the z direction that should be k cap. So these are unit vectors which are universal unit vectors, I, j and k. So I along x axis, j along the y axis, and k along the z axis. So if I basically say that if I want to move 5 meters in x direction, so I'll say that okay, I'll be moving 5I. So this I cap over here, since it has got a unit magnitude, it has a direction, so the direction is suggesting that I am traveling in x direction, that is the x axis, 5 meters. And if I say that okay, not distance, if I say that okay, if I want to apply a force of 3 newton in y direction, so I'll say that okay, I'll be applying 3j, so that becomes newton, so 3j, so j will be representing the direction along the y axis, and 3 basically it is the magnitude. And if I say 2 meters per second in the z direction, if I am moving along the z axis, so I say that the velocity is 2k cap, and the meter per second goes here. So we say it's like 2 meter per second along z axis or along the z direction. We must make a note of a thing here is that unit vector is like we calculate unit vector of a vector. Okay, you might be thinking that what is a unit vector and what sort of certain properties it might possess. So basically it is a unit vector of a vector. Let's see it by an example. As like discussed earlier, I had like drawn the force, I have like fragmented it in each small parts. So let us understand by another example. Let's see if I can like write any vector, like any vector. So it can be, it is a combination of x, y and z. So if I take it like in this way, if I can write 2i plus 3j and let's say plus of k cap. So it is like 2 in the x axis, 3 in the y axis and 1. So nothing is written, so that's 1 in the z axis. And if I say my vector b to be 3i and plus of 2j and plus of 2 k cap. Okay, so these two are my individual vectors, and we know that the magnitude of the vectors is nothing but under root of the scalar quantities, the square of the scalar quantities, that is this 2, 3, 1, 3, 2 and 2. They all are scalar quantities, so we can just directly write it. The magnitude of this vector would be 2 square, that is 4 plus 9, 13 plus 1, 14. So the magnitude of this vector becomes 14, and the magnitude of vector b, so that would be, so this is 3 square, that is 9, and 2 square, that's 4, and another 2 square, that's 4. So that's 9 plus 4, 13 plus 4, that becomes 17. So this is the magnitude of this vector a, this is the magnitude of this vector b, and what I am interested in is to calculate the unit vector a cap. So what my a cap would be, so we'll just write the vector upon the magnitude of the vector. So look, what we have done is that, okay fine, so I need to calculate the unit vector. Okay, I'll be undergoing with this thing. So I'll write 2i plus 3j and this is plus k and over under root of 14. So this is the unit vector of vector a. As I told, unit vector is of a vector. Now if you see, this a cap or a hat is itself a vector, and I have got a special expression. So this looks a bit strange, that 2i plus 3j plus k over under root of 14. So we talked about in the earlier, like the earlier points told that unit vector is a vector which has a magnitude of 1, okay, and it has a direction. Okay fine, if I don't talk about direction, if I talk about magnitude, does it look like it has got a magnitude of 1? Does it look like it has got a magnitude 1? I don't think so. It is looking like 1. But wait, so there's a this is a very strange and awkward situation over here. This is a vector and I have written a vector, I have got a vector over here, and as I told that unit vector is of a vector, okay, and this unit vector I have calculated for the vector a, and as I had told in the beginning also, that if I have taken a force vector and that was supposed to be 5 newtons, and I have like separated 5 individual pieces out of it, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So each of the small part, it represents 1 newton each. So that is the same thing. If this is my vector a, and if my vector a is given as 2i plus 3j plus k cap, and I have made certain small strips, or I have fragmented the vector. So my each of the small fragmented part, each of the small separated part is a hat, and the magnitude is supposed to be this. Okay, so if I keep on adding 2i plus 3j plus k over root 14 and these many times, I will be getting the exact magnitude of this particular vector, that was under root of 14. So if I want to calculate the magnitude of this vector a cap, if I want to calculate the magnitude of a cap, so as I we know that the magnitude of the vectors are given by under root of x square plus y square plus z square. So look, and if I can like again write it in this way, 2 under root of 14 of I cap, and 3 upon under root of 14 of j cap, and this is nothing but 1 over under root of 14 of k cap. So look, I've got the scalar parts x, y and z, and if I want to calculate the magnitude of this particular vector, so what my magnitude would be, that would be the magnitude of the unit vector, that would be under root of the scalar squares, the square of the scalars part, that is 2 by under root of 14, that becomes my 4 by 14, and this becomes my 9 by 14, and this becomes my 1 over 14. So if I just solve it, so that becomes 9 plus 1 10 plus 4 14 over 14, and I've got 1. So this is what unit vectors talks about. The magnitude of the unit vector is always 1. But this unit vector, this unit vector is of this vector A. Same way we can go and try for vector B also, and that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching.